button blue. Sub if you new. Hey, what it do? Make the like button blue. Sub if you new.
Hello, salutations. What it do? Sadot the Gamer, all fire, Durag, and no vibes like a scrap. Let's get it. Welcome, Durag Nation, and happy Halloween. We got a special holiday stream. I decided last minute to grab Dragon Age the Veilguard. It's a big hot topic right now, so I was like, well, I was already interested in the game. I didn't get a review copy like many content creators. So I'm going to see if it's good or not. Potentially save you guys some money. What's up? What's up, Level? What's up, Seth? What's up, Eastwood? Travis, happy birthday. Champagne. What's up, Gabe? Champagne, 21 months. Thank you so much. Got into a boxing anime because of you. How'd you know? Well, oh yeah, that's definitely a classic one. Definitely a classic. Megalobox was definitely one of my favorite anime. Definitely one of my favorite fighting anime. I thought that was a really good one. Appreciate you hanging out, Gabe. Travis, wish you was Sean, but you ain't. All right, let's dive into this. Now, I already went ahead and created a character, get out the way. I'll say that the Dragon's Dogma 2 character creator is much better.
Where were we? Oh, right.
The Veilguard is pretty good.
Our best plan is to stop the Dreadwolf before he can perform his ritual.
Especially with the hair options, but yeah, overall, I thought
After following his trail,
the character customization was definitely much better in Dragon's Dogma 2.
Capital of the Tevinter Imperium.
In general, I also just don't like the art style.
The Dreadwolf in a city this big, we need a local expert.
What's up, William? How you doing? Old man casual. Sadot the Gamer. Damn right. Beta testing on Halloween. But matter of fact, let me change my title on Twitch.
Let's try this again. Where's Ned Gallus?
You think you can come into my bar and make demands?
This is my character. I stand on business.
Gallus is my only shot at finding the Dreadwolf. I'm not leaving until I know where she is. Be ready to talk by the time I get to you.
Darling, you're adorable.
Amazon did you dirty? That's tough. I'm glad you're finally catching me live. I feel the wokeness flowing through me already.
Not enough gold in the world for this.
Hope it's good. You try Suicide Squad again, you can't do it. But this is definitely going to be a different experience from Suicide Squad, I'll tell you that. This is okay so far.
Dumat Plaza. The Venatori cultists took her to Dumat.
What's up, Enigma? Game was funded by J-Shock, last money bags. It was all part of his woke agenda.
Your friend Ned Gallus. He's at Dumat Plaza.
Gravis, look, yeah, the production value is good. I just don't like the art style.
Although, for the record, there was probably an easier way to do that.
Like some of the characters look okay. Others, not so much. All right, let's see which.
What did I have to worry about? You were there watching my back.
Yeah.
Come on.
Building that
Gotta be
friendship.
worried.
All right. Breaks over.
Character looks like ASAP Rocky, ASAP Elf. I was trying to
I hope Nev's as good a
make my character look as swaggy as possible.
Best damn detective I've ever met. If she says she's
I was trying to max the aura.
I believe her.
It really looks, because it really looks goofy.
The Archon's palace.
So I had to,
Riled up.
had to tweak it a bit.
Should we be in more of a hurry to get out?
Give him some tattoos,
Don't want to look conspicuous.
some braids.
Get out of here nice and casual. Find Nev Gallus and stop Solus.
Yeah, the environments look great. I'll definitely give him that.
You still think you can talk him down before he starts his big ritual?
Playing this without Elden Ring is a thing. I'll never play Elden Ring until it's free.
Separating us from the Fade and an endless number of demons. I have to talk him down.
Yeah, going into this, I already know there's like some heavy-handed politics. I'm seeing if it gets in the way of the actual game.
But I didn't do anything.
You have to pay off your Steelbook Monster Hunter. Oh, so there you go.
They after us? Is it because of the bar?
Word travels fast in Minrathous.
We've got to help her.
Sometimes when life pees on you,
Time to get arrested, especially
R. Kelly is there to catch it. I believe that's what Abe Lincoln once said.
Oh crap.
We're too late.
The ritual started. But if we hurry, we can still stop Solus before it finishes.
Simply enjoy the BS and enjoy the game.
Parting's this way. She'll get us to do more.
Yeah. Obviously, I'm not a fan of like heavy-handed stuff,
Watch out!
but the definition of woke has gotten a lot looser.
Solus summoning demons on purpose?
My guess is the veil is weakening.
Like it used to just be heavy-handed cringe political propaganda. Now it's like literally any game that has a woman or a non-black person in it. So as long as the actual game is good, I don't care if the game has non-white people. I don't care if it has gay people. I don't care about any of that. I just care about the quality of the game.
You're safe now. Get inside and bar the door as quick as you can, okay?
Thank you, miss.
You would wish this game on yours enemy? Have you played it yet, Scott?
You all right?
I've been doing what I can to help. The ritual must be weakening the veil. There are a lot of scared people.
I was looking forward to it, and then I watched Skill Up's review
Fade in years.
and was like, ooh, this might not be might not be it.
And what about you two? Are you okay?
So I watched a bunch of different reviews, and I came to the conclusion I should probably at least just do a review just so I can show you guys, so you can make up your own mind. But
Demons and the
based on
other
Skills review
nothing we couldn't handle.
and some of the other reviews I read, like
Have you got my gear?
Maddie's, IGN's, a couple of them, I'm expecting to enjoy the game,
Alice, wasn't she at the meeting?
but be disappointed
To her first.
at what could have been,
Arrived and paid off the bar owner to keep it quiet.
I'm not surprised.
which has been a theme for me this year for a couple games.
Yourself a call.
Star Wars Outlaws, Dragon's Dogma 2.
Their timing stinks. The bar owner said the Venatori took Nev to Dumont Plaza.
Those are all games that I really enjoyed,
Not a problem. I
but
saw Dumont
definitely
Plaza scouting the area, and it was
left a lot on the table in terms of potential.
Eyes up. We've got company.
Yeah, I've heard some people complain about the combat, mainly about the sponginess of the enemies in higher difficulties. But most people say the combat's pretty good. Usually I attack up to 3 times in a row to create a chain. Are pretty straightforward.
Here they come.
So I picked the magician. User of magic. Alright, so circles, dodge. Basic attack chain. Okay. Oh, I like that one. Hold up. Little teleport. Love to see it.
That's the last of them.
Good. Let's get to Dumont Plaza and find Nev. You two all right? Patch yourselves up if you need it.
Press to heal.
If Solus tears down the veil, doesn't that
And you hold.
Thedas always talked about how beautiful the
I will say
world was.
I like the style of combat. Feels a little stiff.
Even if his ritual kills us all in the process.
Like it kind of feels like my character's like moving through water. Not quite as like sharp as I'm used to. Like when I'm sprinting it's okay. But when I do an attack, like it feels like a half-second delay. I'm wondering maybe it's my vocation. Maybe if I was on a warrior, it would feel smoother, but I don't know. Definitely felt sharper in Dragon's Dogma 2,
Oh no, I think that's too much.
regardless of the class.
Let's move.
Where's a lot of fun? Not gonna lie, they all look pretty fun. I'm a magic enjoyer, so I'm probably going to do if I enjoy it, I'll probably do multiple playthroughs.
Looks like the Venatori put up a barrier to block the way.
Alright, we're destroying the crystal to bring it down. Not gonna pop a potion yet.
More intruders! Friendly bunch of cultists, aren't they?
So pretty straightforward so far.
nasty bastards?
This is just the introductory level. But yeah, definitely noticing because I'm used to playing like Stellar Blade, you know, even Dragon's Dogma 2, and it just does, and I don't know, it just doesn't feel, just doesn't feel sharp. Feels a little floaty. Kind of reminds me of actually kind of reminds me of Guardians of the Galaxy, how that combat felt.
Come on. Guess we're sliding down.
They're allies of Ned Gallus. Kill them all.
Arcane shot. Use R1 to select your new arcane shot ability. It requires 50 mana to use. Mages generate mana over time. You got your ability wheel. So this is our ability, arcane shot. He did not use it. Try it again. Now I'm out of mana. Roger, back up. Clear them out. Definitely taking it easy on us so far. I hear the boss battles get a little challenging, but we'll see. Gotta go to a Halloween party. All right, enjoy Eastwood. Happy Halloween, everyone. All good, Travis. I totally get it. What's up, King?
Nev, it's so good to see you. We thought the Venatori had kidnapped you.
They thought the same thing. A lot of Venatori in the city have reason to hate me. Figured I'd play along.
Eastwood, Father of the Year.
Score this time. Then the sky started raining demons.
You gotta appreciate it.
Appreciate it. Rook, this is Nev Gallus, our local expert.
Day is going okay. How are you doing? How's everyone? Anyone planning on going out for Halloween?
Rook, like the chess piece.
One of the strongest pieces.
Y'all probably too old for trick or treating, but usually when you outgrow trick or treating, it's a Halloween party. Well, you already tends to think in straight lines.
We came prepared for a rescue. Looks like you were way ahead of us.
A rescue? You're sweet.
You said you had a lead?
No treat. Fair enough. True. Amazon tricked you.
But I did find hints of old magic.
So let's happy Halloween. What's up, Fahim?
I traced it to a building beneath.
It's okay so far.
That's where your man is hiding.
I'm disappointed. I was promised the wokest game of 2024.
Drawing more power than I'd expect from a dozen mages. You told me he was working alone.
So far, not that woke.
An elven god.
An elven god. Well, whatever he is, he's causing trouble in my city.
I've seen woker. This is false advertising. I demand woke content, damn it. I was promised the Veilguard would be woke.
So if we do catch Solus or the Dread Wolf,
Right now it's just
what's the plan?
by the numbers action RPG.
Hopefully that ritual takes his full attention.
So we catch him while he's doing his ritual, so he can't fight us.
That's the hope. If it comes to a straight up fight, we're dead.
And they just coming out of nowhere. Fortunately, we haven't had to fight them yet.
Slide down the line.
I'm getting too old for this.
I'm still getting used to the combat, but yeah, my one critique so far is I knew going in I wasn't going to like the art style. Character creator is good, definitely could be better. Obviously, Baldur's Gate 3 and Dragon's Dogma 2 have much better character creators, but Veilguard's is still pretty good. A lot of detail you can do.
It's like the Venatori also found it, and then demons found them.
See if I can get down there. I see collectibles. I gotta go. And combat so far feels a little floaty. No, it's super early though, so I'm not judging it too hard. I've only tried the mage class. So I'm waiting to see if things pick up once I get more moves. The R2 challenge entry to a beam, challenging this environment. I didn't even get any cool spells yet. Definitely okay so far. I'd say just okay. but the environments do look good.
So this is the Dread Wolf's hideout.
One of them, at least. Not sure how long he's been here.
Some of this looks ancient.
Solus has been around longer than Manrathus itself.
That's why I'm giving this some more time, because Dragon's Dogma 2 combat felt a little meh starting out, but it got significantly better when I changed classes and started unlocking more abilities. I tried out the Monster Hunter Wilds beta a couple days ago. I was there on the first night. 11 p.m.
Broken chains.
sharp.
Solus is freeing slaves.
Solus hates slavery. One of the few things we actually agreed on.
He said the other elven gods were tyrants who oppressed his people. He was trying to help them.
They're against slavery. Woke. Woke. I knew it. There it is.
What do you see?
No sign of Solus.
Woke confirmed. They said slavery is bad.
Or something.
Well, that sounds ominous.
I know the grifters were raging at this part.
Ancient elves doing something to a dragon, I think.
Yeah. Trying to control it, maybe?
Solus said the other elven gods were evil. They were binding.
They just can use the orb and dagger combo. Use square to attack with the orb, triangle to attack with the dagger. Orb attacks are much quicker than the staff attacks, but with a shorter range. Each hit with the orb applies an arcane mark to the target. On a third, it becomes an arcane bomb. Ooh. Use dagger will make it. So we got a short range and a long range. And you can charge them both. We do some collecting. If there's anything to be collected.
It sounds like that opened something below.
Then let's have a look.
Let's see what we got in here. More ops upcoming. All right, so
Big glowing window you saw earlier, Rook.
we got our basic attack combos.
They're elven and very old.
It acts like a doorway from one place to another.
Let's see if we can put some stuff together,
Quickly.
and then eventually we'll be able to do some team stuff. The Marvel's Avengers with a full Spanish group. You know what they're saying? They're saying dead game.
This is Arlethan Forest.
And there's your ritual. The power involved. We've never seen anything like it.
The tremors are getting worse.
And we've got demons.
I think I know which character I'm going to romance.
I thought the demons were bad. back
Got
in
him.
Manrathus.
The Fade's a mess this close to the ritual. No telling what could come through.
on hard, Slim Pickens. Yeah, not too many characters I'm interested in, but yeah, everyone's probably going to be romancing the same characters. Sprinting attack. Plenty of heals. Unlike Space Marine 2, they definitely make you work for those heals.
We get tremors every time one of those big crystals at the ritual site lights up.
Not many of them left to light. I want to hurry.
Got him. I'm kind of just waiting to unlock some more stuff. So far the combat just feels a little, I don't know, a little stiff for my taste.
Almost there.
Usability shortcuts by holding L2 and pressing the designated output. That was useful. You're gonna romance who? Her so far. She's the only one I want to romance so far. So I gotta turn the Riz on.
Compared to how many will get if Solus finishes this ritual.
Ops incoming. Oh, our first boss.
We have to stop the demons quickly.
Watch the lightning.
How did a demon this large get through the veil?
It's a pride demon. Damn thing probably sensed Solus's ego.
Got him.
Everyone all right?
Good enough. Let's get to Solus.
I don't even know how smart she is. I think she's just the hottest so far. She's the only one I'm vaguely attracted to. And she seems tough, which I like.
All right. I'll take it from here.
Are you sure?
Positive. You three just keep the demons off me while I talk to him.
Varric, Solus isn't gonna stop just because an old friend asks nicely.
Solus needs someone to sell him another option to help him justify changing his
Harding could take
mind.
her. Let's see. Solus needs someone to sell him another option to help him justify changing his mind. Support Varric's plan or challenge it. Doesn't matter.
We've got your back.
All right.
Anyone can get through to him. You can.
Neve approves. Oh, bet. That's the option I wanted.
He's my friend.
I don't care if Harding disapproves.
And he'll hear from Bianca.
She's not the one I'm risen.
More demons.
Not garbage so far. What's up, Moby?
The team for me.
We're still technically on the tutorial level. Only been able to kind of watch. Can you alternate between? No, you control the Rook. That's your main character. That's the Guardians of the Galaxy comparison actually applies even more here, not just because of the flowy combat. Your companions are with you. You can control them. You can talk to them. You know, do all this sorts of stuff. But you can direct them in combat. You can't actually take control of them.
The veil is a wound inflicted upon
The Elf jawline is crazy strong.
By drowning the world in demons.
Elf's got to have strong.
I have taken precautions.
Elf's got to have strong jawlines.
Minimize them. People are dying right now. You need to listen.
It's a staple. Oh, he's so short.
Please.
Varric is a tiny fellow.
People are always dying. It is what they do. Shit. We need a better.
No, there's a character. No, there's a character creator.
What word
You're.
is too powerful?
It's an action RPG. It's like
See those
it would be more closer to Dragon's Dogma 2 because it has real-time combat. But yeah, similar to Baldur's Gate, games like that, you have a main character
Needs us to hold them off.
that is part of the story,
You two stay here.
and you go into the character creator
No.
and you customize them however you want to.
Suicide.
Give them a backstory, give them a class.
Anyone got a better idea?
Fine, but you'll need backup. I'm with you.
I picked
I'm a mage. I'll go.
I picked a elf with the mage fight style with a assassin background. Yeah, Neve, it's coming with me.
Let's go, Ned. Harding.
Nev is coming with me.
Demon's busy.
Good luck.
Yeah, stay, fall back, Harden. You're playing tomorrow? Hope you enjoy. Parkour.
This is it.
We need to bring down the scaffolding.
Scaffolding has been brought down.
Why tear down the veil? Knowing all the lives it'll cost.
Big alright.
We shared a
I was definitely not. I wanted to pick an elf because I heard the elf is a good class, good race to pick in this game.
The pillar's weak, but
It isn't falling.
But yeah, the Canary, I don't like their design. I think they look terrible. They look awful.
You came a long way and made a valiant effort, Varric, but this story
They look
is
way
not
better in the
the
older
end of your
games.
downfall.
I was not finna run around the whole game looking like looking like Smurfs with horns. Bitch, I'm like halfway through that. Had to play me a lot, still man. $4K 60 gonna be pretty decent. Yeah, I'm curious to see the PS5 Pro performance for myself. Dragon Age the Veilguard is one of the PS5 Pro enhanced games. Unfortunately, Sony so far didn't send me one. I saw Jeff Keighley and Paris from Kinda Funny got sent PS5 Pros early. I haven't got mine in the mail yet. So I might have to get it the old-fashioned way. But I'm looking forward to trying out some of the games, seeing the difference. Yeah, we need healing over here. Need the part to start the Penguin Show. You haven't started the Penguin Show? Oh, you're definitely out. That was Run Out of Magic. That helps. Yeah, you're slacking if you haven't been watching Penguin. Penguin's like the best show on TV right now. Penguin is actually amazing. Penguin has no right being that good of a show. So this mission did not go according to plan. Got my character leaking and everything. Damn. Will hardcore DA fans like this? I have no idea. I'm not a hardcore Dragon Age fan. I've never played any of the other games. I've heard hardcore Dragon Age fans say they love this game. Among the reviewers at least. And I've heard Dragon Age fans say they didn't like the game at all, so it's going to be up to you.
I know what I did. I stopped you from destroying the world.
I know one of the things Dragon Age fans complained about was that you couldn't import enough of your choices from the previous game. I think you can only import 3 choices from the last game.
But why am I here?
Your physical body is unconscious, but you shed a few drops of blood at the ritual site. Enough for
But yeah, that doesn't affect me because I didn't play the last game.
Firstly, I abhor the use of blood magic. Secondly, had I the power to control you, I would already have used it.
All right, you brought me here to talk. What are we talking about?
Yeah.
The Evanurus.
Start yapping.
Or as you would call them, the elven gods. The creatures that escaped. In ancient times, they ruled the elves, but that was not enough. They sought not just to be obeyed, but to be worshipped. What's up, Charles?
Superman and Lois isn't bad. Yeah, I was enjoying it. I still got to catch up on like the last couple seasons. But I like the show.
And the blighted elven gods walk free.
Thanks to me. I wasn't the one performing a big ritual to free them.
Free them? My mortal enemies. I was ensuring that they would never escape their prison.
You were tearing down the veil.
Can't tear down a veil.
Varric always said you'd have a big explanation to why none of this was your fault.
Varric?
Yeah, he said that's your style.
Everyone has a plan until you get punched in the mouth.
That lets you convince yourself you're doing the right thing. He tried to talk to you anyway.
Or accidentally read evil gods.
Quite practiced at shading the truth himself.
So those things that got out, You said they were gods.
You want to wait till the pro comes out to play it? Fair enough.
Gods. Blighted, tyrannical, sadistic.
Want to have the max experience?
It took all my power to imprison them millennia ago, but I am certain you will be fine.
Took all your power to prison a millennia ago, but I'm certain you'll be fine. Let's see, what should I say? I'll be cheeky.
That's really helpful. What are you? The elven god of sarcasm?
Lies, treachery, and rebellion, depending upon the story. And how could I help? I do not have my ritual dagger. I cannot access my network of mirrors to travel from the lighthouse to anywhere in the world. All I
What up, what up? Game looks nuts on PC.
Helpful advice from the elven god of, and I am quoting you here.
I'm curious how good this game could possibly look.
Depending on the story.
Elganan and Gillenane.
Like the environments look really cool and everything like that. I don't know, this new character designs that BioWare went with for Veilguard is like, it's not doing it for me.
No idea what you have done. This is your responsibility now.
Well, look who's
I know this is overused, but in this case, it's actually accurate.
Solus stab you. You fell.
It definitely does resemble Fortnite.
more than a flesh wound to stop me. Don't think I'll be making it out to the field anytime soon, though.
Like the unnatural smoothness of the characters, the lack of angles is like it's very Fortnite-y. There's more. I'll go for the question mark.
What happened?
I did my best to talk sense into Solus, but of course...
Eric feels he let you down for putting faith in his relationship with Solus.
The plan did go a little wrong.
Yeah. Harding got everyone out. By the skin of her teeth, mostly. Before you start worrying, Nev will be fine. She's apparently a lot tougher than both of us put together. Or, at least, she's a lot tougher than me.
I should have come up with a better plan. I should have...
You worked with what you had. And you succeeded, by the way. World isn't drowning in demons.
It isn't over, though. We trapped Solus in the Fade, but something else got out. Something...
Rook, you've got this. I've seen your work.
Yeah, I probably got this. You're right.
Like your impulsive rescue of those captives from the Antam slavers.
Like Varric's,
There's a reason I dragged you into this.
like Varric looks cool. He looks okay.
Clever. Adaptable.
His face looks okay, though.
You don't
It just has that
know when to quit.
unnatural sheen to it. I don't know, just it's creepy.
I've been searching the place for Lyrian potions. Didn't mean to intrude.
Nev got injured.
Not at all. I was just about to have a look
My
around.
poor Nev. I'm sorry, baby.
Go outside, Rook. It is a long way down.
Can't have my baby getting hurt.
Vivian led us into something, and it's in the Fade. Because that's what we needed. The dream world.
Yeah, she caught a hook.
I really need to look around.
Can't hurt, in theory. And we need to talk about our next move. Maybe find Harding? She went outside somewhere. There's a table in the central area here. I'll meet you both there.
Go ahead, Rook. Me, I need to sleep. See you later, kid.
Did he get her? I mean, she's the only character in this game at this point that I'm probably going to do a romance option with. So, gotta make sure she's in good shape. All right, now we can explore the lighthouse a little bit. Check out the menus. You can save. They got a photo mode. Yeah, she got rocked. We got to heal her. Mirror transformation. I'm guessing this is where you can edit your character appearance. Yep.
I wish I could be out there with you, Rook. Just be careful, all right?
All right, let's go check in on Harden. What's this? Library update. A little collectible. Smash the like button. Appreciate you. This is giving me this is definitely giving me Midnight Suns. Walking around the Abbey. But just better visuals, bigger scale.
Rook, you're awake. And
They're stingy with the golden loot.
In the Fade.
this is where people come when they dream, but dwarves don't dream. And somehow I'm here.
Haven't really needed it so far.
It's unreal. Nev thought we should talk about what to do next.
We should. But maybe look around a little. We might be here a while.
Loving how all the streamers have a low view count. That's definitely a lie. I was looking around. I wasn't sure if I wanted to buy this game or not. But I saw it on my I saw it on my YouTube. I was like, okay, well let me see, since this is launch day. So I was like, all right, let me check out who's streaming it. And I saw a bunch of I saw Joe Raptor was streaming it. He had one of his editors playing. They had like 500 concurrents going. I was going through someone earlier. They had 1,000 concurrents going. Right now it's going crazy on Twitch. It's over 100,000 viewers on Twitch. So a lot of people watching it for sure. When I was over 5K, I literally just saw someone on YouTube over 1K. You're just wrong. Before I started streaming, someone was over 1K. You're just factually incorrect. And if we go on Twitch right now, the top streamer for Veilguard on Twitch right now, if we start from high to low, is Asmongold, who has 62,000 viewers watching him play Veilguard. Someone named Lurk has 17,000 people watching him play Veilguard. We got 6,000, 5.6 thousand, 5.3 thousand, 4.9 thousand, 4.8 thousand, 4.3 thousand, 3.9 thousand, 3,000, 2,000, 2.9 thousand, 2.7 thousand. Yeah, a lot of people are watching people stream this on Twitch. Like you're just not true. You're just not accurate. For him not the game. Notice how he just ignored the fact that I named off 10 different people, who all have way more than 1,000, because he's so desperate to push this narrative. He's like, oh, well, Asmongold doesn't count. They're just watching him. No, notice his first claim was that no one has over 1,000. Then he ignored when I said I watched someone on YouTube with over 1,000. And then when I named off a bunch of people on Twitch with a ton of viewers on this game, he just signals it on Asmongold and says, well, Asmongold always gets a lot of viewers. Like, you were just wrong. Like, it's okay. It's okay. The game, I mean, Twitch viewers is a weird way to judge a game anyway, but yeah, the game is going to sell. I mean, obviously, I looked at the Steam charts. The game is selling. It might not meet their sales expectations. I know the reviews were kind of mixed, but yeah, no need to spread misinformation. The Veilguard very well may be a disappointment for EA. It may sell. We'll see. It's selling decently on Steam. We'll see what the console numbers are. I don't have any thing to spend on. Is Asmon, like, we're way past Asmon. Like, I listed off 10 different people besides Asmon who have high viewers. Like, you're just wrong. Like let it go. Did I choose they, them? I should, actually. I chose he, him. I should edit that. 2,000 pre-orders between PS5 and Xbox. That's obviously wrong. That's obviously not remotely true. It was literally #1 in the PlayStation Store in pre-orders. You can't be #1 in pre-orders on PlayStation Store with only 2,000. That's complete nonsense. Wait till the actual numbers come out. Right now, it's got, last I checked, it was at 63,000 concurrent players on Steam. It literally would make how would it only have 2,000 on Xbox and PlayStation if it's got 62,000 concurrents on Steam right now? That's literal nonsense. Circle, fade strike, circle. Ooh, flash step. We love the flash step. All right, I made my purchases. Google it. I literally just looked at the Steam charts. It's at 62,000 concurrent players on Steam. You Google it. 62,000 concurrent players on Steam. Did I like the Venom movie? I thought it was mid, but at least it was better than Venom 2. I gave it like a 6.5. It went by fast, so it didn't drag along. That was fine, and the third act was pretty fun. But yeah, I thought it was overall pretty mid. You'll never fully understand why some people root for games to fail. It's brain rot. That's really what it is. Like, people with like kind of no purpose, they like kind of cling to the. It's all part of the culture right now. People that kind of cling to these battles, they get super invested. and they just take everything personally. Like they forget that it's literally just a video game. Jay's the wrong person to ask about challenging combat. Every game's combat is challenging for Jay. So it has pretty much this game has a lot of difficulty settings, so pretty much any game that has a lot of difficulty settings is not going to be very challenging if you're like a hardcore gamer. The only games that have like challenging difficulties are the ones that don't have a difficulty slider at all. And from what I've heard, some of the boss fights can be a little challenging, but you know, in the later game. But overall, it's really just more so repetitive because of enemies being a little too spongy. Like it's not like advanced. It's not like, you know, advanced Black Myth Wukong Stellar Blade type of combat.
Now Solus is gone, and we're here, wherever here is. Besides,
Man, meat riding like crazy. Legitimately, the meat riding is insane.
He did.
Surreal well for you. Yeah, Skill Up in his review said he played on normal. He said play on normal and then put it on the lowest difficulty when you're like 20 hours in. But but that's because he didn't enjoy himself at all. He just thought the combat was boring.
Sorry, it was while I was unconscious. Solus appeared in my dream.
really? I'm glad you're all right.
From what I saw, he's trapped in the Fade now. Not here, but some kind of prison.
You're sure that wasn't just a dream?
Oh, this has a nightmare mode.
Reaction.
Solus can
It has a.
people in their dreams,
I mean,
even kill them.
I don't know how hardcore it is,
Strong enough for him to do that. He could only reach me because
but yeah, if you like really spongy enemies, I guess.
Blood magic, like any normal mage would, to play with your mind.
But he's not a normal
When did the
mage.
grifters come into existence?
He's an elven god.
Well, Gamergate started what, like 10 years ago now? 10 or 12 years ago, Gamergate started. That's when this whole movement kind of kicked off.
We all know he's not a god.
You like hard games, but not their controller through the TV art.
All right.
I don't think you'll have that. I definitely don't think you'll have that issue with this game.
For now, you're certain Solus can't use blood magic to affect your mind.
Elden Ring, maybe Black Myth Wukong.
We're not out of danger.
What do you mean?
For a lot of people, the Saiyan 8, the Great Saiyan Vegeta battle and Sparking Zero. But I don't know. So far doesn't seem too crazy. It's definitely, I can tell this is definitely not like a Souls game at all. Two of the ancient elf gods that Solus rebelled against. Let's see.
They're free because of us.
They're free because of Solus.
Lace is right. If we hadn't stopped that ritual, countless people would be dead.
I know. But still.
Your mom has arrived for dinner.
Okay.
Shout out to Mama Shockblast. Enjoy.
Solus says Elganon and Gillenane drew on the Blight for power and became corrupted. That was
What we think about it, it's always been an issue for BioWare.
Instead of one god running around, we have two. And they're not just powerful, they're blighted.
We need to get out there and stop them.
Just like
It's a
that,
bit like a beginner's RPG.
We can't just rush in.
Yeah, like I would say,
but the
Like I played several this year. I played different action games, different RPGs this year.
And how many more
I'd say so far,
while we spend time in
Dragon's Dogma 2 was much more challenging. But Dragon's Dogma 2 has a weird scaling because it is one of those games that doesn't have a difficulty slider. It just kind of, the game just is what it is. And then the game can be really challenging at some points. But then once you unlock a certain amount of abilities and get a certain amount of stuff, you just become so overpowered that all the combat encounters just become just easy. So it's weird. Neve's right. I don't even know what was said. But yeah, I need her approval.
But we only have Solus's word about all of this.
He's getting an early bird special. Yeah, what is it, like 4? It's like 4:30 my time.
Then we take our shot.
Fine.
DDT gonna play Gray on Pro. Yeah, I'm definitely curious about diving in. I've been waiting to dive back into that. I'm in the secret end game. So I haven't finished that yet, so I'll probably finish that on the Pro.
Let's get back to the ritual site.
You exclusively play Souls RPG, so you love hard difficulty. Fair enough. Yeah, Dragon's Dogma 2 story, like one of the things that was disappointing about Dragon's Dogma 2 was the story was pretty lackluster. You know, they didn't have like all the companion stuff that you got out of Baldur's Gate 3 and even in Veilguard. Veilguard has a lot of, companion bonding, everything like that. Yeah, none of that was was really in Dragon's Dogma. And the story was kind of trash until you get like to the secret ending, then it just gets crazy. That last act gets significantly better. I still haven't played past like I think like 3 hours into Baldur's Gate 3. I love the story, I love the customization and the characters. I just hate the combat.
Well, we know there's a dozen demons waiting on the other side of that alluvion.
That's the only thing holding me back from Baldur's Gate 3. I hate the combat.
If it even takes us back to Arlithin.
Now, you sure you're up for this?
No RPG because obviously said Bloodborne. Fair enough. There's a lot of RPGs coming up. I'm really looking forward to Crimson Desert. I think that could be an all-timer.
Let's do this.
It's bad fun if you ever want to do a co-op campaign. I imagine Baldur's Gate 3 is going to be super fun. I just don't like that style of combat.
Well, isn't that a surprise?
Like I got through it with Midnight Suns. It's very stylized.
But if the gods really did get out,
I got down a little bit with the card system.
Right.
But in general, I just don't enjoy turn-based games. I just don't like them. So I kind of just bounced off Baldur's Gate. What was my game of the year last year? My personal game of the year? Last year? What was my personal game of the year? Probably Spider-Man 2. Because I appreciated Baldur's Gate, but I just couldn't get down with the combat. I thought Final Fantasy 16 was great, but the dialogues was like so boring.
Harding.
Harding? What are you doing back?
There was just a lot.
It's
but the game itself was fun. I didn't play Alan Wake 2.
Rook, Nev.
I love Street Fighter 6,
Varric and I met them when we first started hunting down Solus.
even though it was a fighting game.
Jumpers, experts in
I didn't play
ancient
Zelda
magic.
because I don't have a Switch.
Hardly experts. I should have been able to shut that artifact down.
So I didn't end up playing that many of the Game of the Year contenders.
Since the sky ripped open, the magic's been
Once you hit level 5, combat gets badass. That's what I'm hoping for. That's what I was like kind of waiting to see. Because like the combat in Dragon's Dogma 2, even Stellar Blade combat was already pretty good out the gate, but yeah, some RPGs in particular, like it can take some time to like ramp up. So I wanted to wait until I got a little deeper before like really judging the combat beyond the technical stuff.
We did stop him. The sky's not pulling itself apart anymore, is it?
But
it didn't go as cleanly as we hoped.
Happy Halloween.
Into the fade, and some things got pulled out.
This year so far it's tough. I played a lot more games this year. I haven't played all of the contenders. I haven't played Metaphor Refantagio because that pretty sure that one's turn-based. Haven't played Wukong yet. I was waiting for the performance update because you know it had those issues on PS5. But yeah, so far for 2024, Space Marine 2 was like the one game I played where I was like, yeah, this is Game of the Year. That and Astrobot were just like, yeah, okay. This is we might be back.
Anything you can tell us about these gods?
Solus might be a bastard, but compared to the Avenurus,
Yeah, I've heard Metaphor is amazing.
They weren't known for being kind.
But yeah,
There's a reason Solus led a rebellion.
turn-based immediately turns me off from a game. I immediately pause when I hear it's turn-based.
Tariff is in bad shape. We need to get him back to the camp.
We've still got dozens of veil jumpers unaccounted for.
And I didn't get sent a free copy, so I didn't really have that much interest.
Lara Lute. She's the best there is at working with our ancient artifacts.
And also at blowing them up.
She was off looking for another artifact.
Yeah. I'm the exact opposite.
Everything loose.
When I hear turn-based, I'm like,
Magic and the artifact it's setting off, it'll be her.
Right. You get your friend back to your camp and...
Yeah, we're surprised that turn-based combat is still so common. It's not as popular as real-time, but yeah, it has a niche. It has a very strong niche. There's a lot of people who do enjoy that type of game, and turn-based games can be amazing. Like one of my favorite games of all time is Final Fantasy X. And that's turn-based. Midnight Suns was my Game of the Year for 2022. Turn-based. And cards.
Nev, I need you to stay with Strife and Irulan, all right?
I'm fine.
You're the best detective in Minrathous. You can help the Veil Jumpers here. If trouble shows up, they could use your skills.
Fair enough.
We'll meet you back at the Veil Jumper camp. It's just south of here.
Balara's out near some elven ruins to the west.
Woke Fools. Wolverine talking about how the characters and everything look when the game is nowhere close to being done is insane. Yeah, some of the takes I've seen about Wolverine are like actual brain rot. Like they're legitimately, and we've seen this before. Like people were doing the same thing when GTA 6 leaked. Literally just looking at, and it was fun actually on Twitter that day because game devs we're just absolutely dunking on all those idiots, showing them
like everything shifted.
pre-alpha footage of like all the best games, all their favorite games, to show them how much different it is in like those pre-alpha stages compared to the finished product. Like it always amazes me how little people who are like so involved with games actually know about games. Like it's wild, like basic stuff. Like they just have no idea how like any of it works. Like how are you actually judging Wolverine on stolen pre-alpha footage, on the quality of the gameplay and the visuals? Like what are we talking about, bro? That's so dumb.
Is that suit of armor moving?
Light work.
Gotcha.
Keep up the grind. You almost on 7K. Congrats. Keep grinding for sure.
Where'd you come from?
Delara?
How long did it take you to get to where I am now?
Strife and Ireland.
I've been making YouTube videos since
Exactly.
March 2021.
Lace Harding.
Protocol is to wait a full week before they send anyone out to look for me.
I hit 100,000
Well,
subscribers
the situation's changed for the worse, unfortunately.
like towards the end of last year.
Gillenane, they've escaped from Fen'Harel's prison, and by all accounts, they want to destroy the world.
Oh, yes, that is very much for the worse.
I'm still on the fence about it.
Wait, I need a second.
Like the combat so far is like, that's why I'm like waiting till I level up and get some more abilities. It's just okay. Story seems solid so far. Nothing really cringe in terms of the dialogue or anything. Visuals look good apart from just me not liking the character designs.
It's a lot to take in.
It does sort of explain a few things, though.
Like what?
The surge of raw magic in the area. These artifacts started waking up a while ago, but in fits.
So I game news at 3 minutes left.
Here, a
And
couple there.
that's my specialty.
Then, a couple of days ago, the sky split open. And now, raw magic. Thick as fog. Only a god or gods.
It is crazy how much turnover Wolverine has had in the last couple months.
And dangerous. Really dangerous. Dangerous enough that I was gonna head back.
Though I
to the
do
Veilguard
think it'll probably be for the best.
That's a veil bubble.
Insomniac, usually comes through. Have not let me down so far.
You can only pass through it once.
But yeah, it definitely sounds like they're going to be changing a lot of stuff potentially for Wolverine to accommodate the leaks based on how many major developers have left that project.
I think I'd prefer to stay in one piece, yeah.
Right, me too. But I think I can find a way out. A bubble like that? There has to be something at the center that's generating it. Something powerful. If we can find it and remove
You remember the animated Spider-Man
the bubble itself should collapse.
level where you play as Venom? You eat a kid with a red balloon. I don't remember the Pennywise Venom scene.
Let's get going.
Pennywise Venom. When he bit Kraven's head off, that was crazy.
I've been trying to get to to the artifact.
That was such a good level.
But these magical constructs keep getting in the way.
We've handled our share of demons. A few dozen more shouldn't be a problem.
Spirits, not demons.
That was definitely one of my favorite missions in the game. I love the Black Cat one. I just wish you got to actually see Doctor Strange or Wong.
That's the edge of the bubble. Can't pass through it. We need to shut down the artifact first.
But that was such a unexpected twist. That was a lot of fun. Collect some stuff. Let me check this one move. Circle, circle, then triangle, square.
That water just swirling into the air.
I got into GTA with GTA 3.
The anomaly, I mean, never seen one this size though.
Nothing was the same again after that. I spent an insane amount of hours on GTA 3. Somniac has been dropping nothing but hit. Yeah, Somniac has been dropping hits since I was literally a child. I was an actual child playing Insomniac.
Let's deal with them.
You got it.
Not a fan of the camera. Even though it's locked on, I have to like manually move and position myself so I can actually see the enemies.
So what is this?
I know that's going to get annoying later on.
Exactly.
I have a couple of theories, but nothing definite.
So we're going to glide through the portals of school effects. Like Insomniac just does great work consistently, so I'm never too worried. Them three was sad. It definitely got a little sad at the end. I was surprised that they managed to pull that off. But that was part of the issue. Like the tone of the movie was just all over the place.
The elven ruins that haven't been picked over.
Not many people come this far into Arlathan. Just veil jumpers.
Like it too often didn't know whether to take itself too seriously or just be lighthearted and jokey. It's like really weird. All right, we got some gear, jumpers, death feathers. Plus 50 max mana, plus 15 magic regen. Say less.
What was this place?
Could have been a temple, could have been where they stored food. But judging by the sentinels, it's probably something important.
Wow. I've never seen anything like this.
It's okay so far. I'm still early on.
No, it can't be. Not here.
I'm still not. The story's cool so far. Nothing really cringy going on with the companions yet. They're okay. The character creator is pretty good. But I'm still not sold on the combat. I'm waiting to I was told to wait until I get to level 5. That's when the combat starts to open up, because we're still pretty early. They just started introducing companion abilities. So I'm waiting to see what'll happen if I get a little stronger, get more stuff.
Oh, no, we can make a bridge. There should be a power crystal somewhere nearby.
Got it.
Bring it over here and slot it in.
This is the puzzle skill I was talking about. He was not a fan of how easy it is. But I disagree. I don't like puzzles in my action games. I don't find them interesting or fun.
Doing that will attract anything nasty that's hanging around.
We're ready.
I'm curious if it'll be any different on a different class, but I doubt it. Just kind of feel the combat itself just feels a little, I don't know, floaty. The camera's weird. I'm still going to try to give it the max chance I can. When's the last time I played the first Ascendant? Like yesterday? I know the other day I logged in so that I could get the one of the new skins. Like I'm used to like other action RPGs I play, like Baldur's Gate. You know, my complaint about that was like it was turn-based. You know, I wanted something more like Dragon's Dogma. Dragon's Dogma got pretty cool. You could get pretty shifty with the abilities. It just felt good, you know, especially when you got more abilities. You know, it took me changing around the classes, but it eventually got really good. Stellar Blade, obviously the action felt really good. This combat it just feels slow. It just feels slow and kind of clunky. Looks lit. It's definitely okay so far. I mean, the visuals look, the environments look great. Even though I'm not super fond of the art direction, the environments, the production value is really high quality.
Damn, another sentinel construct. We'll have to take it down. Watch out. Whenever you see one, there's more nearby.
Good to know. Inquisition's fast-paced to make you. Did you level up? Yeah, that's why I was told to wait till I get to like level 5.
What that artifact is?
I have a theory, but we're miles away from where
It just feels like the way it's designed, the way the combos work, it's just always just gonna kind of feel like this. But you'll have some like cooler abilities to use down the line. We got new gear, got a mage knife. Let's pick that up. Equip. We got some ops in here.
These constructs. It means I was right.
Yeah, right about what?
About where we are. It's an armory. And I think I know what the artifact is. Time to fight.
I definitely hate the cameras. Gotta remember to lock on an extra time. But when you have multiple enemies, it can get a little annoying. Any info on Wolf Among Us 2? Nothing. Just that they're still working on the game.
So what kind of artifact shows up in an
How long did it take me to edit and put a video together?
What?
A creature of the Fade.
I mean, I mastered edit. I learned how to edit in like a couple hours.
Store knowledge and to help them dream.
But it took time to understand how to actually make a good video. I was doing music production, so I already knew like basic stuff anyway. I just need to know how to mess around with video files, since I was used to editing purely just vocals instead of vocals and visuals. So once I knew the basics of how to take files, cut, paste, move stuff around, then it was like, okay, I get the gist. And I just learn cooler stuff along the way. I have not played any of the Life is Strange stuff. Yeah, I never had an editor. I always edited my own. I always did everything myself on the channel. Yeah, I was thinking of doing like a now that I've grown 2 YouTube channels. I was thinking of making a third YouTube channel that's like a tutorial or something, but haven't decided for sure yet.
Great hit, Rook.
Darkspawn. Here. I never would have believed it. Until today.
Yeah, advocate for me. I don't know. If I have time one day, maybe I'll try to grow a third channel.
Another one of those resonance
But if I were to do it, yeah, how-to YouTube videos, definitely a good category to try it under. Very lucrative niche if you can kind of nail it down, but it is pretty competitive, and I still got to focus on my own channel, my main channel. What do you make the live allude as a bar? Let me see. Do your thing. I was thinking of changing my intro, but I just love that song. I feel like it's just perfect.
That's a win, Rook. Nice one, Valara.
Darkspawn this deep into Arlington Forest before.
Those are tricky little bastards.
I know it's never happened.
If the gods are blighted, like Solus claims,
They be throwing multiple swings.
directing him?
You saw those Darkspawn though? Something was different about them.
And we'll stop them once we get out of this bubble.
Right.
Still have
Central Temple.
Still have not used any of my potions. I think I think I'll save them. Haven't used a potion. Haven't asked the companion to heal me. Pretty generous so far. Good time. Seems like it needs to tell a bit of a story, background info. Yeah. The key with videos on YouTube especially is you have to find a way to kind of put your own unique spin on it, especially if you're doing content that a lot of other people are doing. That's what I had to learn in the beginning. That's why I studied a lot of like other YouTubers doing the same thing once I figure out exactly what kind of content I wanted to make. I started looking at everyone that was already doing well and copying a bunch of stuff, seeing what works, seeing what didn't work. I did a lot of research. And I think the one of the most important things is that I didn't stop doing research. Like I never let myself get too comfortable. Cause I would look at what I'm doing. I'm like, okay, well there's definitely a ceiling here. I can definitely go higher than this. I definitely can raise the ceiling. I could definitely do more. So I kept challenging myself, especially with the Marvel's Avengers clearly not having a feature. I was like, well, clearly I have to figure something else out here. And I can definitely learn. There's definitely more to learn. Oh.
The wall looks weak here. I bet we could break it somehow.
So I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna be like chilling and then studying rather than just focusing on making more and more videos.
I wonder if that
and it definitely paid off.
More dark spawn, right where you broke that wall.
And I could shoot them. Haha, dumbass. Oh, that's fine. Mage smash. It's pretty good. How do I come up with the info? Just Google it. I do a lot of research. I used to be not really a journalist, but I worked in news. So I was always used to doing a lot of research for stories.
And another resonance amplifier.
Should be the last
So
one, I hope.
So you have to kind of immerse yourself, especially if you're doing news content. So since I cover superhero news, a lot of that stuff, that means I have to be, you know, checking the right subreddits, because there's some very useful Reddits that have good info. There's, you know, following the right people on Twitter, doing Google News searches. And then if there's no news, then that's when you gotta be a little more creative. Like some stories kind of write themselves. Others you have to kind of use your brain and think about how you can come up with a interesting angle on a story. So those are always fun times. Yeah, because the issue with Avengers is like, yeah, I kind of like figured out my style for the most part covering Avengers. But I realized that Marvel's Avengers had a very clear expiration date. So I was doing research on, you know, what to do and how to pivot. Because, you know, building a channel around one game is fine. You know, if that game is Fortnite or Call of Duty. But if it's not any of those things, then, you know, it becomes tricky. So I had to study how to properly pivot. And fortunately, since I started on Marvel's Avengers, pivoting to general superhero stuff was just kind of a natural pivot. So then it was just a matter of taking the content that I was doing with Marvel's Avengers that actually worked and applying that to other games. Oh, you look tough.
What does that mean? I don't know, actually. The notes were never very clear on that. Plan to find out.
More constructs ahead.
We're getting closer.
I want her to attack him, but I feel like my companions aren't doing much. Well, they're focusing on him. All right, he's down.
Let's go find them.
Got some. Ooh, that's some new gear. I'll take it. I think I'm still level 3. Spider-Man 2 is your game of the year. That's the thing. It's a job. You gotta grind. And because it is technically a job, but because it's a job, that's why picking the right niche is so important. Because if I didn't enjoy video games and, you know, superhero content, I wouldn't be motivated to, you know, keep working on it and keep getting better. You know, when things weren't necessarily going well. And that's what catches a lot of creators up. They want to jump into content creation, but they don't. But they don't pick the right niche. You know, and they start getting a little bored because they don't realize that, you know, once you have to treat something like a job, that's when it really tests how much you love it. Because you will get bored. You will get frustrated. So if it's something that you're really passionate about, then you'll be able to pull through. See, I gotta find a way through all these things. Can I climb up? Yeah, some stuff just stops being fun. Fortunately, all this is still fun. My favorite game is Ghost of Tsushima. Cannot wait for Ghost of Yotei. See if we can backtrack a little. Get something going.
Another ballista. I bet we could use it to break through that wall.
Break through these ops. Alright, got the other crystal, got a coin. Easy peasy. A chance of a pivot again from superheroes to samurais. I don't know about that.
We did it. All that's left
We'll see. But Ghost of Yotei is a
How do you ask it questions?
linear game, and there's so many superhero games coming up. I like the idea of just being like ideally I want to just be a place where I can cover just any game. And it does really well. But we gotta keep pushing forward.
Okay, here it is. The Nodus Thorthalin.
So we take it and we're good, right? We can head back.
Oh, I wish.
Favorite superhero? Spawn.
Trickier than that.
Right. Because darkspawn, demons, and animated suits of armor aren't tricky enough.
Nothing's ever easy, is it? So what makes this tricky?
If I remove the artifact the way I'd usually do it, it'll explode and take out half of Orlithan with it. Good news is,
That doesn't sound ideal.
I can shunt the energy somewhere else. Okay, here we go. The way the magic
Spawn is definitely that guy. Or is
I've
that?
never seen this before.
I'm a fan of Michael Jai White to this day.
It's like it's breathing.
I watched the Spawn live action movie so many times when I was a kid. That live action Spawn in Mortal Kombat, I basically had them on repeat. This is before DVDs. I had the VHS. I was wearing them Jones out. Yeah, I remember they had the Spawn animated show. I think it came on HBO. Finally got my ultimate. Kamehameha! Hit him with the fire Kamehameha. Alright, ogre down. Swamp PS2 game was lit. Subblazing, appreciate you. Black Dynamite is one of your most watched movies. Oh, Black Dynamite. That's a good one. Spawn deserves all the new games. Still has the best merch. I don't care what anyone says. That Spawn design is just unbeatable.
There we go. No.
You want a Superman game? Don't we all?
I think.
Happy Halloween, Blazing.
What does that crystal do?
Keeps the artifact powered. Focuses the ambient magical energy. That's why these things still work, thousands of years later.
Oh, no, you don't.
Bruno. What's up, brother?
Sulanan, Vir Sulevanan, and Asal Dethara.
Well then.
I am the Nadas Detharan.
Right. I have questions.
I am the Nadas Detharan.
I am Groot.
What do you?
Yeah, Spawn for the PS5 would end world hunger.
So that's the Nadas Detharan.
It was, or is, I mean. Crystal's broken though, needs fixing. It's kind of my thing, fixing magical stuff. Strife and Ireland will want to know about this. And the Blight, and the Darkspawn.
Based on the reviews I was seeing,
To head to the Veil Jumper camp.
I got the impression that I would be like trying to rush through the story to get to the combat. But so far, I'm just locked into the story. Combat so far not blowing me away. With the weapon swap. Alright, let's see what else we can get. Chain lightning. What's up the frame rate on this bid too? Charge the air, fire a bolt of lightning that splits into multiple to hit multiple targets. That looks useful. And you have a free respec, which I like. That's definitely a big bonus. Any game that has a skill tree that lets you actually respec, big bonus. I just refunded that because I wanted to get the Frost Nova ability. Don't make you jump through any hoops at all. You just refund and pick a new skill. That's how it should be. I hate games that either don't let you respec or like make you jump through a bunch of hoops. Like charge you in-game currency for it. Like it gets so crazy. Like, bruh, just let us respec for free. What are we doing?
Ready to go?
I have no idea what's going on with Spawn. Hellboy seems to get new games all the time.
Let's look around a little more.
I think Hellboy just had a game out this year, actually. Hellboy's always getting new games, it seems like. You know, good for Hellboy fans, but bad for other superhero fandoms who have not gotten any.
Ready to go?
I believe Green Arrow still hasn't gotten his own game yet.
Let's get moving.
Even after the Arrowverse, Daredevil.
To the Veil Jumper camp.
Daredevil had that one that canceled game, but nothing else since. But it feels like Hellboy is always getting a new game. The Eye and the Spawn game could build a story. Yeah, you could do a lot of cool stuff with it.
Bed rest, and some of our most experienced fighters are still missing.
We're running out of veil jumpers. Whatever's going on out there.
It looked okay. I'm just not a huge Hellboy fan. But if I was, I'd be like, I pretty much always have something to look forward to. A new movie, a new game, a new show. Hellboy low-key got a lot of love.
Jahel and Milva never reported back from Demeter's crossing.
There are 100 people living in that village, or near enough. You're back, and you're alive. Good.
Sounds like things have gotten a lot worse since we left.
Darkspawn. They're showing up all over Arlethan, attacking anyone in their path.
We've evacuated 3 daily settlements already.
We ran into Darkspawn too, near the Nodus Dirthalin.
Wait, you found the Nodus Dirthalin? The archive is
Late game does not have a release date.
Ask it about the gods. Figure out their next move.
According to Jeff Grubb, they're potentially targeting 2027.
If it weren't broken, maybe. But we're not getting anything out of it anytime soon.
Meanwhile, Veil Jumpers are disappearing. Something out there took them.
I know, but maybe, if we find them...
We find the gods. Or at least some sign of where they might be.
But Arlethan Forest
We hope Ty will make a Spawn game happen.
even begin to look for them.
Demeter's crossing.
What?
Yeah, Spawn obviously... There's obviously a big market for Spawn.
With Demeter's crossing.
It's just a matter of
3 of us, I mean.
convincing a studio, which it was easy back in the day.
I'm coming.
I mean, they would adapt anything. Like there was superhero games all over the place.
Likely nothing good.
But these days, when in AAA gaming,
It might get you on the trail of the gods.
it's a lot harder to sell.
Thedas Crossing's on the far side of the lake. There's a small boat at the docks.
On a licensed IP, especially.
Out there. And good luck.
You know, if they're going to do a licensed game, then to mitigate the risk, they want to make sure that it has a very, very large built-in audience. Because AAA gaming is already risky now, and they don't want to risk that more on a licensed game. So yeah, if Spawn, it's been a long time since Spawn got like a major adaptation. So if it could, obviously the comics and the merch still does well, but you know, that's not enough to convince a lot of these people. Like with Invincible, like it was, you know, super popular comic, did really well, but no one really took it seriously in terms of gaming until it got that Amazon TV show adaptation. And then after the show took off, you know, after a couple seasons, they're like, okay, this Invincible thing is like a legitimate phenomenon. It's here to stay. Okay, there's a lot of hype for it. All right, now we can talk about games. You know, then, but you know, even then, like, you know, they got a mobile game out, but the actual AAA Invincible game, they're making it themselves. so in the end, they didn't even convince someone to make a AAA Invincible game. They just decided to start their own studio and do it in-house. I imagine for Spawn, I don't think he's in a position
lot of weird things lurking in the forest.
to
kill most all of them.
I don't know how much money Ty has, but I doubt it's enough to start a game studio. So you could probably raise money for it. Anything worth buying? Nah. I'll save my money. I don't have that much gold.
And now that we've met, do your best not to dance.
Who started studio? Skybound.
Seems like a lot's happened around here.
What hasn't happened? This area is where Tevinter Matt.
Yeah, Skybound is doing like some more independent stuff.
City centuries ago. Whole lot of blood magic during the war.
You know, they licensed the game
Whatever Solus did
to they licensed the IP to Amazon to make the show. They're working on a live action movie.
Ancient relics appear out of thin air.
But in terms of the game, yeah, they ended up for the AAA one. They ended up just starting their own studio. Small, but aiming at AAA in terms of quality. Hired a bunch of veterans. Hope it works out for him.
That was the capital city, Arlethan.
You want it to be like a Justice League?
Left of it after the war.
I don't think it would be like a Justice League. It's okay. It's okay so far. Yeah, dialogue, story, not nearly as bad as people were saying it was. Just seems okay so far. The one thing that I'm not sold on is the combat. Like, story is fine. I'm enjoying getting to know the characters. But combat still hasn't hooked me yet. But apparently it's supposed to get really good at level 5. And, you know, I'm still unlocking abilities and stuff, so I'm giving it, you know, a little bit of time. But so far it's solid. Definitely, obviously, if you're a lifelong Dragon Age fan, you know, you want this to be like, you know, Game of the Year type of deal. But as someone who has never played a Dragon Age game and who played Dragon's Dogma 2 earlier this year and Baldur's Gate 3, this one's solid. It's okay. I wouldn't call this a must-buy. Maybe a wait for sale so far.
Rook, ready to go?
See if I missed anything. Yeah. Healing me. What do we have here? The secrets of the past, now hidden to each and every man forbidden. But seek ye with a watchful eye. Find a key in the owl's cry.
Huh. The giant owl. Must be something to this.
It's a riddle.
What the heck? Whole forest is weird. Here goes nothing.
Something up there. Can I climb up? How much all the equipment to stream would cost? Depends on what you're trying to do. Now, when I decided to start streaming, I tried to, you know, just go for the bare minimum or try to find the best quality for like as little money as possible. But I mean, depending on what you already have, streaming setup could easily cost you thousands of dollars. Because fortunately, I already had a computer. I already had a good computer that I bought to make music on. That was my original intent. You know, so that was like $3,000 out of the way. And I decided to stream later. But yeah, ideally they say you want a good gaming PC. You know, so that's several $1,000s at least. $5,000 if you want to go, you know, like really high end, not have to worry about anything for a while. Everything else you can get a little more creative on. Obviously if you want to play on console, you know, PS5, you know, that's going to be $400 or $500, $700 for the Pro. You can get a really good... Elgato makes a lot of the products that you need for a decent price. Like you get the microphone that you need, Elgato for like $100. Same for the camera. I use a webcam instead of like a normal camera because it's much cheaper. Capture card is like $150, $120 if it's on sale, up to $200. It can definitely get expensive. Yeah, that's why streaming is not necessarily necessary. I only started streaming because I needed a way to get more watch time so I could qualify for the partner program. because I was already having success with my videos. So I decided, oh, okay, well, I could just stream then. I could get my watch time up. How do I get up there?
Another statue.
But it definitely helps if you already have some stuff already. It'll save you some money. Yeah, you can. Yeah, once you get everything going, you can definitely write off on your taxes. Jay Shockblast loves a good tax write-off. Nothing makes Jay Shockblast happier, besides Squirrel Girl, than a good tax write-off. At least that's what he tells himself whenever he spends too much money on Funko Pops. Like, oh, it's a tax write-off. Let's see. Don't want to miss anything. See if I can carry this forward. Who's the strongest character in the Marvel Universe? God. I think the Marvel God is the one above all. And the DC God is the presence.
Rook, ready to go?
Nev, you sure you're up for this?
I'm fine. Couldn't sit still much longer.
Then let's go.
No offense, but you're not listening to the haters. Not saying you're hating, but there are already 24 videos saying do not buy mid or on Dragon of the Veilguard. Yeah, this is just a straightforward. I mean, I literally don't care what if
I've never seen
other people hate it or love it. I was already interested in the Veilguard. I checked out some different reviews. Definitely made me a little more cautious, but I decided, oh, what the heck? It's Halloween. I'll do a stream, test it out for myself.
This isn't right.
Let my subscribers who may be on the fence about it make up their own mind. Obviously, a lot of those videos are going to be not from actual reviewers of the game, but people who make content out of hating on games for political reasons. But yeah, overall, the impressions were definitely mixed. You know, there was obviously EA was selective with the reviews, but yeah, you had a decent range of opinions. You had some people people think it's a 9 or a 10 out of 10, and then you had other outlets thinking it's like a 6 out of 10. I know Skill Up was not very fond of it, and so far I'm like, it's still early in the game, but I'm at about a I'm about a 7 out of 10 right now. It's solid so far.
It's market day. People should be out selling ads.
Nothing's just blown me away yet.
Abandoned.
Like, there hasn't been like a crazy hook.
To keep something out?
No.
Like the hook for Dragon's Dogma 2 was like the insane character creator where you can basically make anyone and, you know, almost do whatever you want, except the only restriction was nudity. And then it had a really interesting combat system once you started getting it, but it was, you know, it was a little slow to build up, but it really picked up after a while.
It's blight, even worse than in the forest.
Keep them in. Everyone.
You know, Baldur's Gate 3 had, you know, a crazy story.
Hey.
Lots of customization and choices.
Stay here, and everything will be fine.
This one looks really good in terms of the set pieces, the world design. Character creators decent. Definitely could be better. I'm not a fan of the art direction.
The town square. We need to search for survivors.
Let's see what we can find.
And I'm still waiting for the combat to really wow me.
Look at that.
This blight is weird.
Me and Jay Shockblast, it was because of Doom Killer. Pretty much all of my content creator friends, almost all of them, I met because of Marvel's Avengers. Like, I became friends with Miller because I was following his leaks for Avengers.
Over there. 2 more survivors.
I became friends with High Ruler because I was really interested in his Avengers Assemble podcast. You know, that's how I met and briefly had beef with Stardust. Because of High Ruler's podcast, that's what introduced me to Doom Killer HD. So I started doing guest spots on his shows, and he had invited Jay Shockblast on. So then I met, you know, Jay and a bunch of other creators. This is really all through Marvel's Avengers.
Look, more people.
Must round up everyone.
Must get them inside.
But so far I'm at a 7, maybe 7.5 on the Veilguard.
That's one of your fellow veil jumpers?
It's not bad so far, but it hasn't blown me away yet. It's definitely better so far than some of the stuff I've heard people say.
We're going to help you. We'll
get you know, all this supposed cringe, I haven't encountered it yet.
The gods have returned. I saw them. I heard their voices.
The gods did this?
The main thing holding me up is the action. I'm not in love with the combat yet.
The villagers, they said they needed power. Valara, be careful.
What's up? I unlocked my ultimate ability, but I'm still at about a 7.5, 7 out of 10. Star Wars Eclipse,
Come on, that sounds close.
is in development hell, last I checked. I'm not expecting that game out for a while. Hogwarts Legacy already released an update a while ago, but right now they're about to release a definitive edition. And it's going to have about, I think I heard like 10 hours of new content. That's I think that's the director's cut Jason Schreier was referring to in his article about Suicide Squad and what Rocksteady was working on. Uh-oh, dragon time. All right, we might have to lock in. I like the story so far. I like most of the characters. The characters are fine. I like, you know, slowly building up some friendship. You got some romance. But yeah, right now I'm waiting for that oh moment when I'm, you know, doing the combat. Just where you go to find stuff out. Google, Twitter. I got a lot of news from Twitter and Reddit.
You're the mayor of this town.
Google News.
Blighted.
Sometimes I use DuckDuckGo. If I feel like I'm not getting a good enough search.
They were in my head, infecting my
I'll check out other YouTubers in my genre. Sometimes they'll find something that I missed out on. So I'll dig into it and cover that.
You're not going anywhere until I get the full story. I tried to protect people. You have to believe me. The gods told me to lure the Veil Jumpers to the center of town.
Like the Venom 3 movie? It was okay. Yeah, it was okay. I think it was. I gave it like a 6.5 out of 10. It was fine. A fine turn your brain off action movie. Third act was surprisingly decent. But you know, you don't go to these Venom movies expecting cinema.
Right. We walk right through that new creation. A lot of dead people.
Also, the gods could gain power from the blight.
I never meant for that, I swear! You must believe me!
The gods exploited.
You must believe me.
I'm supposed to feel sorry for him? I say we leave him right here.
His facial animation doesn't match his vocal performance.
If we let you go, you'll run straight back to the gods.
They were in his head. Their influence might linger.
I understand what
Does he look like the team, one of the Team America characters?
Rook.
I'm a hero. Let's save him.
Let's get him out of there.
What? This entire village is dead because
Never proves. Let's go. My baby approves.
Because our fight is with Elganon and Gillenane, not people like him.
Thank you.
I didn't ask for your gratitude. Then, if I may offer some advice, steel yourself. I felt
I would say so casually.
the promise is to make it.
Yeah, well, this is my job, so yeah. I spend, I've spent, you know, many hours total researching different stuff. So, because I always have to have an idea, especially in the news space. You always have to know what's going on. So I know, you know, what's my next video going to be? What could it be? Stuff to look out to in the future. So I have to do a lot of research at a base level just so I know what the general landscape is.
Was just the start. They made plans to tap more of the blight, all of it, to rebuild their empire. As a path to power.
Played 3 hours this game today, and the combat is pretty much Stranger of Paradise, which is a positive to you because that combat was awesome. I remember Stranger in Paradise. I feel like I liked the combat in Stranger in Paradise a little better, but well, I could see some potential here, but yeah, my main issue with the combat is just so far, it's not even just a lack of the abilities. It just didn't feel very sharp and explosive. It just felt kind of clunky. And I'm used to like more fast-paced, reactionary combat. You know, really swift movements and combos and stuff like that. But I'm on a mage, so I was like, oh, maybe it's the class. We got fast travel unlocked. But this one has close combat abilities as well. It just feels floaty, is how I described it. Like, it reminds me of Guardians of the Galaxy. I'm getting used to it, but yeah, so far it's not something I've fallen in love with. Might take a while. You don't research, you just don't got any real life friends who are into gaming. Yeah, my real life friends are into gaming and stuff, but they have like very different careers. My two best friends, one of them is a professional music producer, and the other one runs a photography video business. But so all the people I talk to about, most of the people I talk to about gaming and stuff, are people I met as a content creator. I've never actually met them in real life. Like J Shock Blast is a good friend, but we've never actually met in person.
The entire village was overrun.
The few who survived are controlled by blood magic. Their minds are gone.
Elganon and Gillenane.
I would like to stream Wukong at some point. I think they did release a performance patch. So maybe I'll look at Wukong. Something to stream by the end of the year.
I dare say it was a show of force.
Morrigan. Mommy Morrigan.
They will not rest until you are on your knees, fearful, cowering, helpless in the face of such power.
Wukong with Stomp Kratos.
'Tis simply Morrigan to you, Scout Harding. What a pleasure to see you again.
I know. According to the lore,
acquaintance.
Sun Wukong is obviously much stronger than Kratos.
The Inquisition when Varric and I were part of it. She knew more about ancient magic than anyone except Solus.
'Twas both
Probably if you just compared them in the game too.
Stopping Elganon and Gillenane shall require
He's got way more broken abilities. See, Kratos has some crazy feats in the other games, but yeah, Sun Wukong seems to do a lot crazier stuff. Neither one of them could beat Azura from Azura's Wrath, though. You got a more option?
So who are you exactly?
I have borne many appellations. Advisor to Orlais, Witch of the Wilds, friend to the Inquisition.
That was all this stuff.
Here, however, is but a humble advisor.
I have no idea how it is in Orlando. I come from a different hood. I've only been to Orlando one time as a kid when I went to Disney World.
This dark turn of events shall
I didn't know Orlando had a hood.
Then I look forward to your help.
How refreshing. Your cooperative nature is appreciated in return.
I might have to risk her up too.
As dangerous as Solus himself may be, his
they've got some competition.
Was just. To leave them unchecked would have been the very end of Thedas.
Wukong can't die. Everyone can die. Azura can kill anyone, pretty much.
Just to be clear, you know your old friend Solus is actually the Dreadwolf.
So I have come to learn. It rather explains how he knew such a great deal of ancient elven history, and why he became
Azura's Wrath was such a fun game.
And I attempted to explain it to him. Whilst I cannot claim the same depth of knowledge, the knowledge I do possess.
We need more over-the-top, crazy action games.
I hope it helps. For all we know, the entire world will look
like just punching the sun. That's crazy.
What if we stop it first?
Ah, the confidence of youth. You shall need a good deal more of it.
I suppose you have some advice?
Set aside your notions of godhood and see them for the ancient, powerful mages they are.
Galactus versus Sun Wukong. Galactus for sure.
Serious magic of your own.
They both taking Azura. Azura is soloing both of them.
He had a dagger.
Azura is operating on a much higher level than them.
Then you would do well to find it. 'Tis better in your hands than those of the gods.
Is there anything else Solus might have had that could help us? We're in his, well, he calls it the lighthouse?
Ah, yes. The legendary sanctum of the Dreadwolf.
Yeah, I haven't been to Florida in over a decade.
To any other Illuvian of his choosing.
That's not how it works.
Only thing I know about Florida is Miami, Orlando, Universal, Disney World,
I know Illuvians better
and hurricanes and old people.
If Illuvians even work the same way, all the magic is different now. Our gods are back.
The presence. Why we putting up Wukong versus God? What are we doing here?
How do we stand up against that?
DC's God is way above Sun Wukong level.
None of us can do this alone, but we can stop them together. Alara, you're one of the only people in the world who can get our Illuvian working. Harding can track down the Lyrian dagger, and Nev can spot any clues we might miss that give us more information. Let's get to work. There's a lot of fight ahead of us.
Indeed. Prepare yourselves well and have a care in your choices. These are the times in which legends are born.
I mean, a lot of that lore is about gods not being what they're supposed to be. That's the whole premise of Kratos. His, you know, those early games were all about him taking out gods. You know, Sun Wukong was betrayed. Balera's bond increase, Dev's bond increase, Hardin's bond increase. Building them bonds. We shall be risen. What's next? Barbie versus Cabbage Patch Kids? Clearly Cabbage Patch Kids clear. Way better.
You can do this, Lacey.
The real question would be Cabbage Patch Kids or Beanie Babies. I never got into collecting those. I was more into the action figures when I was a kid. I still do have a big action figure collection from vintage. Back then, I had a lot of Power Rangers, a lot of Marvel action figures. Love Power Rangers.
I should have taken the
I was obsessed collecting those action figures.
You don't know that. All you have are guesses.
We're up against something unfamiliar, working with more rumors than facts. Of course, that's all.
Was there a loss of Akuma? That wasn't real. Akuma's not actually that strong. They nerfed him for the sake of the plot.
We shouldn't be at each other's throats.
I'm not. Nev, I'm not. I don't blame you, or Rook, or anyone.
So just yourself? How's that working out?
Tried to stop the world from being swallowed by chaos, and now it might be swallowed by chaos anyway. Elven gods escaped from their prison. Solus is in your
Yeah,
head.
G.I. Joes.
Scrambling to figure out what to do. And Varric?
Varric knew the risks. He knew.
Yeah, the Beanie Babies era. That checks out.
Still standing. The fight's not over.
You know, I like that about you, Lace. You don't.
I thought you were part of the
and action, while I can get stuck on questions forever.
The wooden toy era
Someone who can put the pieces of the
that you
puzzle
made by
together.
hand.
Finding the unknown.
Exactly. Everyone has a part to play. Varric brought us together because of our strengths.
Your Christmas present was a tool for the garden, so it can churn some butter.
And rely on each other.
I think I can
Listen to the radio.
Then let's find Solus's dagger. It'll be a start.
All right, let's find the dagger.
Look,
I can feel lingering magic. Powerful magic.
You feel the magic.
dagger was here. Something took
You
it.
caught your horse with no horse.
Darkspawn. Oh no, what if it took the dagger?
Only one way to find out.
I always look so wholesome. I was never good at carving. I actually like assembling toys, you know, made me feel like a little engineer. I like to build stuff.
Big Darkspawn coming right at us.
Get down here, boy.
usual. Let's get this gate open.
Look up there. That magical device.
I got my ultimate as well. There's no radio. Dad was playing the banjo. Banging on a trash can. Drumming on a street light. Strumming on my banjo. A little voice is calling me, calling me. A little voice is calling me. If you know that song, you had a great childhood. Two child gods. I don't care what anyone says. My childhood had the best cartoons. And the best TV shows. The only good thing about this era is entertainment is streaming and anime. The anime is better than when I was a kid.
Do they? Solus's dagger is special. They might have been drawn to it.
When I was a kid, the main anime stateside was like Toonami had just started. So they had Sailor Moon, Dragon Ball Z, and Pokemon, and Gundam. It was like the main ones airing.
It must have come this way.
Look out! More dark spawn ahead.
Alright, I'm level 5.
More dark spawn coming out of those pools.
Stagger and takedowns. Form takedowns with the right trigger. Damage enemies to fill their stagger meter. Once full, enemies are staggered, which leaves them vulnerable and temporarily. Invite pull a takedown on a staggered enemy. Hit them with a powerful attack that does increase damage. I think I killed him before I could stagger him.
Take that. Did you find the dagger?
I don't think these darkspawn took it. Let's keep looking.
They didn't last long enough for me to fill up the meter to fill up the meter. Oh, good. Welcome back, Thundercats. Power Rangers were, when I was a kid, I loved the Thundercats too. Power Rangers were untouchable. Those early seasons, untouchable. with the original cast. Jason David, especially when Jason David Frank came on as the Green and then White Ranger. Yeah, Power Rangers was a legit phenomenon. Way better than Thundercats. My whole neighborhood was obsessed with Power Rangers. I watched, no lie, I had to watch the Power Rangers, the first movie, at least 100 times. Like, I watched that damn movie so much.
Over there, a dagger thief.
I knew the entire thing by heart. Like, I could, like, sometimes when I was bored in class, when it was like literally nothing to do, because there was one time during the school year when our teacher was just out because someone punched her and she didn't come back. So we basically just had a ton of free periods. I would just sit in the back with nothing to do, and I would like play out different movies that I memorized in my head. So like I would play out the Power Ranger movie. I would just visualize it in my head, the entire movie, start to finish. I knew every line, every scene. That's how locked in I was.
And there's probably another one.
Like the game, it's alright so far. Samurai Jack, Young Justice. I see you're a Samurai Jack. And you're Young Justice. All very nice. All very, perfectly fine. But we had Dragon Ball Z. We had Pokemon. We had Digimon. We had Power Rangers. We had Rocko's Modern Life, Captain Planet, Magic School Bus, Author, Freakazoid, Batman the Animated Series, the original X-Men, Spider-Man, Justice League Unlimited. Like, who was the second best Power Ranger? The best Power Ranger was the Green Ranger. The second best Power Ranger was the White Ranger. But they were both Tommy, so fair. Outside of Tommy, I rooted for Zach. And I definitely had a crush on Kimberly. You had just like 2 satellite channels, and they basically covered everything. Yep, that's the wave. I used to watch. I used to have to watch the Boomerang Network. Cause at some point I stopped watching. After Dexter's Lab, Powerpuff Girls, all that went off the air, I would still watch like Boomerang. And it would have like the classic Cartoon Network stuff. So I'd watch like Yogi Bear, Top Cat, Flintstones, Jetsons.
Nicely done. I mean,
it was legitimate
you can't argue with results.
Peak television back then. Power Rangers vs. Ivo was a classic, bro. Watching Ivo's now, when you're an adult, is like 100 times funnier. When you realize this man was running around passing out lean before we knew what lean was. He was the goofiest villain, bro. He was crazy. That was actually passing out perp.
Rook takes credit there.
That's a win, Rook.
Look, another one of those magical beams. There are 2 of these devices this time. I bet we'll need to direct beams at both of them.
About to put the beam on him. All right, first let's clear this blight. Get some collectibles. What we got in here? Ooh, a ladder. Where does this go? Well, let's go. So I still don't know what any of these materials. I assume these are upgrade materials. Have not used any of them yet. All right, it's the beam puzzle.
That's one. Now to find the other.
Parkour. Move you here.
Now let's see what's behind that gate.
You honestly think 90s and 2000s were peak entertainment media? I think so too. Now, I'm not one of these, though, back in my day, everything was better. You know, that just say that to say that. Because back in my day, everything was not better. Except for the entertainment. The entertainment was definitely better. Legitimately, the only thing it didn't have was the technology. Like, the technology is much better. That's definitely a dub. But other than that, like, if we're talking about entertainment, overall, I think the entertainment in 90s to 2000s was just overall just much better across the board. Like, we've got some really good stuff in terms of streaming. Like, that's produced some stuff. But outside of anime, like, overall, like, the movies in the theaters, the shows on the TV, you know, the cartoons, I feel like everything was just better. That's why there's so many reboots and remakes now. Because everything just used to be better. And people are trying to tap into that nostalgia. Because the newer stuff a lot of newer stuff just ain't hitting. Alpha the Rangers. Oh, my. Rangers! We need a Power Rangers video game. Like a new one. That would be crazy. I watched the Netflix Power Rangers revival movie. Just great memories. Hit him with the fire and ice combo. Staggered. Oh, finally got a takedown.
Well, that's done.
That was okay. I thought it'd be a flashier takedown, but at least it was fast. Animation is definitely better. So now we're getting more legitimately good Western animation. Shows again like Invincible, Castlevania, and even Castlevania. Like, yeah, the last Castlevania show didn't really do it for me. But yeah, like in terms of animation, definitely behind. Definitely behind the anime. That was your boss? That's who you had protecting the dagger? That's crazy. We go up to quality cartoon shows, movies. Meanwhile, kids say grow up with Skibbity's toilet. Right. Worse, they have TikTok. Like if you watch anime, you're definitely eating the good. But you are missing out on like those really quality cartoons that we grew up with. Not even just cartoons, like just all sorts of shows were especially for kids, were just so good. They had great shows for everybody. Like peak sitcoms, they had Family Matters and the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. It was truly special. Damn, Harding got possessed.
I can hear it. The song of the stone. What is happening to me?
She got some new power. Nice. Young Thug is free. Is he? Good for him, I guess. Primers and detonators. Combine primers and detonators. Trigger detonations. Somebody leaves a pod, take a primer to a target. Primers and measure the user crit combo. Trigger.
Got him good, Rook. They're hitting us far. They're coming from the right. Good to go.
Try to catch me lacking. Freeze. Pop back up. Pull up. Had to hit him with the Kamehameha real quick.
What did it do to me?
Not sure, but we should get back. We'll talk it through there.
That Kamehameha go crazy. Trying to find somewhere that streams Jackie Chan Adventures. Ooh.
And now the magic of the
Yeah.
saga is hidden from
Yeah, I know there are a bunch of websites I used to watch. That used to have they have cartoons and anime hosted on there. Before I I got Crunchyroll and just went legit and just watched anime on there. But they had cartoons there too. So sometimes I watch cartoons. Usually for like Christmas, I'll like look up old cartoons like Rugrats or Hey Arnold and watch those Christmas specials.
You said something.
Those are always fun. Disney's actually if you have Disney Plus, I found out like a couple weeks ago that they added streaming channels within Disney Plus.
Dwarves can't be possessed. They aren't connected to
So they have
Solus's dagger triggered this event.
basically just different shows running on different channels 24/7.
I wish I had answers.
So far, like right now they have a Halloween one, so they stream Halloween themed shows and movies. There's a hits one, and it shows just some of their big hits like Star Wars, Marvel movies, Pirates of the Caribbean. And there's a throwback one that just shows like classic Disney movies and shows. It's really good. I usually fall asleep watching the throwback.
It's a wonderful gift.
It's a lot of fun. As soon as I heard they were doing it, I was like, oh yeah, that's definitely a W feature.
How could I be proud? I don't even know how it happened. It's all a little strange, but not in a bad way. I feel
Now Disney Plus actually feels like worth using. Because before, I would only watch when like a new Marvel or Disney show came on.
call ourselves
But you know they would still have some good nostalgia on there.
what we call stone sense.
But usually the shows are trash anyway. But Agatha All Along is really good. And now you can like stream all these classics. Like that's such a W feature.
But this is more than the stone sense.
Disney Plus is actually solid right now.
I hope you're right that this is a gift. I'd be heartbroken if it caused problems.
Deathstroke is the last character they're adding to Suicide Squad.
As long as you're throwing rocks at the bad guys and not me.
Don't give me a reason to then.
No promises.
I'll send word to the Grey Wardens about the blight we saw. And then I'm gonna lie down.
And we need more answers about what the gods are planning. I'll find some place to relax and try to reach Solus in the Fade.
Good luck. Try not to let him get to you. It feels like we're finally making some progress. And I'm not sure what my new magic's about, but
Yeah, I don't know if they're doing an offline mode this year at least, but yeah. Based on their schedule, I would expect the last season to drop in December. I think the mid-season update should drop sometime this month. I mean, sometime next month in November. And then December,
with its buried secrets.
probably the end of December. We get Deathstroke, maybe. I don't know. Because I expected the update. I expected a mid-season update by now, but we'll see. Deathstroke should definitely be here by, yeah, end of December, or maybe they push into January. Everyone's bond increase.
Guess I should find some place to try to talk to Solus.
A skill point. Latest rumor we heard is that Rocksteady is working on another Batman game. That's the last rumor we heard about their plans. We got that frostbite. Passively. Have one more point. Just before impact. Time your dodge just before the end just slows down time. Short duration. I definitely need that. I do that all the time. About time I get rewarded for it. If they had gameplay ready to go, then I'm sure they'll still do it. I'm just not expecting the game out until 2026. Because it's not like they're making a whole new game. But I would definitely expect now we're looking in like late 2026 for a release window. You know, there was a possibility of 2025, small one, very small, but now I think it's definitely 2026, late 2026. All right, I'm gonna take a break. Appreciate everyone hanging out. Veilguard is okay. I don't hate it. There are obviously a lot of strong opinions, some of them politically motivated. I didn't count. I'm about 3 hours in. Didn't really counter anything cringe. Combat definitely got a little better. Story is decent. I'm enjoying the characters so far. So far for me, it's a solid game so far. I'm definitely, obviously, a lot more content to go through, but just my first impressions in the first 3 hours, 7.5 out of 10. Solid action RPG, might be worth checking out if you're in a action RPG drought, or you know, you don't mind just jumping right in. Performance was fine. Yeah, it's decent. So, happy Halloween, everyone. Be safe. I'm Sadot the Gamer, signing out.